Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So it was released earlier today that the Lakers entertained trade offers for Russell Westbrook earlier this year, man. This is via The Athletic. You guys can see on the screen in front of you. So over on my Twitter account, guys, at CrispyFlakes2K. By the way, go follow me there if you're not so you can be part of these videos. I said to give me your most realistic Russell Westbrook trade package for a chance to be in a video. I said I would use the most realistic trades, but yeah, I'm probably going to show you guys all of them, so not that big a deal, right, man? And what we're going to do is I'm going to grade your guys' trades on a scale from either 1 to 10 or A to F. I don't really know yet. We're going to see how this video goes. Maybe I'll use both scaling methods, man. But the reason I really want to do this is because obviously, like the Lakers this season, not the greatest team. Definitely not living up to the expectations that people put on them last NBA offseason. And while Russell Westbrook, I'm not one to personally like blame him for everything. Because he does put up decent numbers. He's always put up decent numbers. The issue, obviously, guys, is the fit. Like, we've all known that, right, man? So, I will say that LeBron James is up there in age. The window is not exactly open for too much longer. I said that 5 years ago, man, but here we are. Maybe we'll be playing until he's 50, right? So, you could see if the trade's available, the Lakers pulling something off. Like, you wouldn't be surprised by. Not saying Russell's going to get traded, but I don't think any of us would be surprised if it did happen before the NBA trade deadline, right, man? So, yeah, it'd be interesting just to, like, gauge the trade value. After we, rank all the trades, I am going to hop over to NBA 2K22, and I'm going to do my personal trade that I would do for Russell Westbrook if I was the GM of the Lakers. I'll probably get fired the next day, but we'll see how this goes, man. If you don't mind leaving a like, by the way, and of course, subscribing to the channel if you guys like these trade videos, would be greatly appreciated. So here we go, man. Before we do this, what's Russell doing on the season? Right now, Lakers 20-19. So as you can see right here, guys, where I'm like highlighting kind of, failing at it. The offensive rating is 108, 24th in the NBA. Their defense actually not too bad at 12th. That's actually with Anthony Davis missing a significant amount of time, right, man? But it's really concerning because, like, LeBron James has been amazing this season offensively, so the fact that they're 24th, relying that heavily on LeBron is kind of a scary thing, but we all know it comes down to spacing and everything like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised by it. And the pace, they're second in pacing, which makes sense because, Russell Westbrook definitely is a, guy, you give him the basketball, he just goes. Sometimes he goes a little bit too quick, right, man? But, yeah, so it's second in pacing, but offense is definitely going to be, like, the focus of trades, in my opinion, and we do have Russell on this season. Like I was saying, man, not playing, like, horrible, at about 20 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists per game, shooting 30% from 3, not great, but yeah, it's not great, but I can't really juice that one up at all, right, man? But yes, but he's been playing most of the games, man. He'll play 39 games, right? So that's pretty crazy. Is that literally every single game? Yeah, he's playing every single game. So got to give him props on that. Like, he stayed healthy, relatively speaking and everything, right? So yeah, man, let's hop over to Twitter here now, and we're going to start grading these trades. The first one is from Goat Reacts. He says Eric Bledsoe, Marcus Morris, and Luke Kennard to the Lakers for Westbrook and Wayne Ellington. So this one right here, Eric Bledsoe's played some good basketball. Marcus Morris and Luke Kennard provide the team with, like, spacing and shooting and stuff like that. And then Russell Westbrook can go full-on MVP takeover mode with Paul George being out. But even when he played with Paul George, like, Paul George had, like, his best season ever playing with Russell Westbrook. And, of course, Kawhi Leonard and everything later on coming back in. So it's not a bad trade, man. Like, there ain't no, like, sexy names here outside Luke Kennard, of course. But, yeah, that's not a bad trade. I'm going to give that one, like an A- as far as, like, what the Lakers would need out of it. It's not bad. It's not bad. I know there ain't no superstar listed there, but, yeah, you gotta have to know what you're gonna get for your trade value with Russell Westbrook. It's not bad, all things considered. Sadiq, Cade, Isaiah Stewart, that's an F. Mike Conley and Joe Ingles for Russell Westbrook and 2 second-round picks. Interesting in the short term. I would say I like it for the Lakers because, Mike Conley, just a good solid veteran, and then Joe Ingles, just 2 good, like, at this point in their careers, like, role player type of guys that would fit it instantly. Like, Mike Conley works out nicely with LeBron and AD, and I like Joe Ingles pick up a lot too, man. As far as Westbrook over to the Utah Jazz, though, I feel like that's too much of a shakeup. But then again, the Jazz, we kind of know, like, who they are as a basketball team. So maybe a shakeup gets them to that next step because they already dominate the regular season. Now they got to do it in the playoffs, man. So I'm going to say, like, for the Lakers, I'm going to give that one like a B. It's like a B in my opinion, okay? Like a B. Buddy Hield in a first or John Wall in a first. Both don't really make complete sense. Russell's not going to go back to the Houston Rockets. And then with a Buddy Hield trade, I mean, they already have, 3 point guards on that team. So, yeah, I don't really like that one. Here we have Matthew Sellers with a big-time trade. saying the Lakers get Turner, LeVert, Maravich, Torrey Craig, Maxi Kleber. Dallas gets Sabonis, Warren, Lamb, Bradley in a second. Indiana gets Westbrook, Porzingis. Okay, so that's a lot to digest here. Let's look at just at the Lakers standpoint. They are giving up a pick. Looks like THT, Westbrook, and then like some fillers. And they're getting back Turner, LeVert. Turner and LeVert are the big names here, but obviously like these are some good role players too, man. That's like an A+ for the Lakers. Like that would be a hell of a haul to get back, all things considered, man. But yeah, let's see what the show reply says. I want to see what everybody says. Yeah, this gives, okay, so yes, he's actually like talking more about it, man. Yo, this guy went all in. Shout out to Matthew Sellers, bro. He says this gives LA center and Turner who can defend and shoot. LeVert at shooting guard, defense off the bench. Indiana already has everyone available. This makes them a second draft picks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Dallas gets a all-star to pair with Luka. That's a good-ass trade, man. That's interesting. Wow, I'm going to give that an A+. It's an A+, man. Just the thought and process that he went into this is really good, so I like that. Okay, next up, we do have Russ, THT, and a first for Brogdon and Justin Holiday. Brogdon actually is like literally the perfect fit next to LeBron. He's like that type of like combo guard that can handle the rock but also play off ball. And then, you know, the Pacers getting Russell. It's like, but they're also getting like a rebuild piece in THT and a first. That's a good trade too, man. Like Russell playing with some bonus stuff makes them interesting at least. Like if they don't want to like blow up things completely. That's a good solid trade. That's a B+. That's a B+. Here we have Lakers get John Wall. Already not loving that. Clippers get Russell and Eric Gordon. Rockets get Luke, Bledsoe, Morris, and Ibaka. Probably not ideal if Russ were traded. I think this could happen. Has been shown Russ can fit with a point guard. This trade has to be interesting for sure. Yeah, I don't know if I love John Wall though on the team. It's just like, it's too much of a what if factor with him, especially like injury wise. Like that's not like a risk that I'm willing to take, you know, trying to build a last second championship team around LeBron James. If he worked out, it'd be great. But also like John Wall, I mean, yeah, honestly, probably get that one like a C-. Just being 100% honest. I don't know if I like John Wall next to LeBron any more than I like Russell Westbrook next to him. One ticket courtside for Westbrook, A+. Nobody wants him. It would have to be a massive because of the contract, maybe Simmons and Danny Green for Russ. Even with that though, like, I mean, Simmons is also not a good fit next to LeBron James. I like it for like the future of the team. Like once LeBron retires, like Simmons and AD, that's pretty damn goated in my opinion. But as far as the right now fit, I don't think it takes care of a lot of their issues. So in the short term, I'm gonna give that one not great. But in the long, I'm gonna give it like a 4. Okay. In the long term, we'll give it a 9. Jeremy Lamb, I think he's got a little bit more value than that. Here we have Lakers get Ben Simmons and Danny Green. Don't like the Ben Simmons fit yet again. Just going to say it. CJ and Nurkic. Westbrook next to Damian Lillard. And not ideal. Westbrook in a second for Fournier. Burks quickly in a first. It's not bad. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting trade. I don't know. Especially like the Knicks, who are not doing like great this year either. It does make them different at least. Makes them different. I know Knicks fans love quickly though. We got Russell Westbrook in a second round pick for Dante DiVincenzo, a first pick, and DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah, I don't think the Bucks need to do that big of a shakeup, to be honest. Jazz trade Ingles and Jared Butler for what? It's another Jazz one. Westbrook for Jeremy Grant straight up. No reason the Pistons do that. If we're trading Jeremy Grant, it's gonna be for rebuild pieces. We got another trade with the Kings, which I'm not a huge fan of yet again. Here we have the Knicks get Russell and Kent. The Lakers get Kemba, Nerlens Noel, Kevin Knox, and Evan Fournier. Which I kind of like that. Like Kemba Walker's kind of like built up a little trade value now. Nerlens Noel would give them, you know, some paint and, you know, some interior defense. Kevin Knox can knock down the 3-point shot. Evan Fournier historically can give you offense. Interesting. Here we have another one for Simmons, which I still do not love. Okay, here we go. 76ers Russell Westbrook, Lakers Ben Simmons, Magic get Russell Westbrook. Oh, wait. Oh, that's the second trade. My bad. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I don't want Russell Westbrook on the Magic. They already have too many guards to choose from as far as like who should be running the future of the team. Christian Wood, Russell Westbrook ain't going back to the Rockets. Okay. Pack of Skittles. Another Pacers trade. All right, I would say we've covered pretty much the gist of every like team here. Yeah, definitely the gist of every team here, man. Kind of like a lot of repeats. So yeah, not bad trade offers, to be honest, man. Not bad trade offers. But let's go ahead and hop over to NBA 2K, man. Got to turn my controller back on. It died, guys. It died. Okay, let me also move my screen over so I can see my bitch ass self from when I'm editing later, man, when I gotta edit. Okay, so, firstly, let's see, like, what trade value they're saying in 2K is for Russell. Like, what was the offer up for the 83 overall, 83, or I almost said 83-year-old. Damn, bro, we got Uncle Drew's ass up in here, man. Uncle Pooh. I'm just joking. I like Russell. He's okay. He's not bad. Ricky, if he wasn't injured, would be interesting with Kevin Love. Honestly, would be kind of interesting. Paul George, not that type of trade value. Clint Capella, Bogdanovich, not with Trae Young. Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson. I mean, if they want to get a little bit younger with Russell Westbrook, but I like Kyle Lowry's fit. I really do. And the Duncan Robinson would be nice for shooting at least. Gordon Hayward, PJ Watt, no. Kings, no. New York Knicks, they're asking for Julius Randle. So, yeah, so Russell got crazy-ass trade value in this. I honestly wouldn't be totally against, like, a Russell Porzingis type of thing. But I think Porzingis has been okay this season, hasn't he? Yeah. Ingram, Devontae, not happening. Kelly... So you're going to ask for superstars in literally every damn trade, but the Pistons is going to be Kelly Olynyk. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's do the trade. Let's do it, man. Do it right now. Shake on it. Shake on it. Let's just do it. We got the Raptors with Siakam, Goran Dragic, Derek White, Dougie McBuckets, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Okay, that'd be interesting. Went back to the OKC Thunder to spend the rest of his days in the draft pick rebuild. I will say, yeah, no, those trades were great. Let me figure out a trade here, man. This might actually be kind of tough to do, okay? So I personally like... Out of every single team, ooh, can I think of something maybe with the Celtics? Switch things up a little bit. What about like a Marcus Smart type of swap? Yeah, Russell. I feel like the type of point guard Russell is, like that would actually kind of work. So Marcus Smart. Let's toss in Josh Richardson because you know we gotta make the money work. We got about $12 million more we need to add on here. Okay, this is where it gets kind of impossible. Yeah, they just don't have the contracts to get that done. And which really is like the Achilles heel of the situation. I mean, we do like Dennis Schroeder, but that just makes things a little awkward. Okay, so that's obviously not happening. I might not be able to find like a good legit trade extremely quickly in this. Heat were interesting, man, but I think I like the idea of the Knicks. Derrick Rose is injured, but he would be kind of interesting to toss in. So we'll go with Alec Burks, Kemba Walker, who I think is actually not a bad fit next to LeBron, AD, and yeah, who else do we want to toss in here? Probably Evan Fournier to make the money work. Okay, so we got to toss in some dudes back, which should not be an issue. Not saying like, okay, yeah, Valentine. So we'll do Valentine, and I'm just going to toss in Avery Bradley. Is that enough to get it done? And the Knicks would acquire $2.77 million more than they can acquire. So let's also toss in Taj Gibson, and let's just take on, I'm not saying it'll be Reeves. I know you gotta like him there, man. But, you know, something like this. Russell Westbrook in fillers. You get Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, you get shooting right there, Alec Burks. And I'd say maybe just out of like the name of Russell Westbrook, I'll say even like a second round pick, man. Something, I'm not saying that's the exact trade, but I think it makes both teams different. And sometimes that's okay, man. So what do y'all think? There's probably better trades out there, but it's really hard, man, because Russell Westbrook, he has like the superstar name attached to him, and Russell, but also we kind of know what he is at this point in his career and his contract. So, man, that's all we have for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.